Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About House. I'm Todd.
I'm Juana.
Okay, today we're going to talk about home sale trends. We have a ton of really cool charts. These are very cool. You have not seen these charts. Some of them are very eye-opening. We are going to try to predict when we think home sales will start increasing based on previous similar markets where this has happened.
Okay.
Okay, Juana, before we do that, though, you are the CEO founder of a tech startup, too.
It is, and it's not Chico's bail bonds.
It's not Chico's bail bonds. It's called Referral Cloud. I'm going to throw a thing up on the screen here where they can take a look at it. Give them a super quick 10-second, if they're a real estate agent, why they should have this app to get more business.
Okay, if you're a real estate agent, check out referralcloud.co. Here's the deal. It's like a hub and spoke kind of situation where you get to put in referrals, and it doesn't matter where in the country the next referral comes from. If it's for your market, you get that referral because you use the platform. Pretty straightforward and simple. Use the platform. Let us help you choose the agent that receives your precious client, that receives your referral, and the next referral in your market comes to you. You still get 25% referral fee, and you get to make a new friend on the other end. Awesome system. Go visit the website. Go check it out. Sign up. It's free. Real estate agents love free. It's free. Okay, let's go.
Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in here and talk about the first chart. Now, this is the historical average of home sales in a year. That's the yellow band. Now, if this is all home sales since 1999, so this is 24 years of home sales, okay, it only tells you 2 years. The middle year, the historical average, and then the blue, which is this year. Juana, sales in August, 24% below average, but we're still not at the historic low for home sales.
Okay.
Remember, like 2006 and 2007 were terrible years because people weren't buying. That's why home prices, because inventory was increasing and they were and home prices were dropping, right?
Right.
So this isn't the worst we've ever had.
No, but it's different than other bad markets that we've had, because other bad markets we had declining home prices because that's why they were bad markets, right?
Okay.
But this is different because we have increasing home markets and declining inventory, so it's a completely different scenario.
All other things being equal, if you had seen this chart, sales 24% below, you would have probably thought it was a pretty bad market.
Right, until you keep in mind that has to do with the number of transactions, not with home values.
Okay. Now what we're doing is this chart goes back. It's the same chart. This actually shows you the historical averages, and it shows you this year. We are actually about the same as where we were in 2008. 2006 was a high year, but I think that was the beginning of the year. 2007 was less than average. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 were less than average. But it looks like we've had these 3 years straight where the number of sales have dropped. We had the big year was 2005. Remember that year? Everybody made a killing that year, right? Everyone sold their first year in real estate, sold 30 houses. It seems like.
Right.
Okay. So, but this is only August home sales. Where is August ranked? Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10 for if 10 is the month with the worst number of sales and 1 is the month with the best number of sales. Where's August usually?
August usually isn't too bad.
Okay.
Okay, it's
so
not
maybe
too
a
bad.
5?
Yeah, so maybe a 4 or 5. Yeah.
4 or 5, okay. All right. We thought this was a cool chart. And then I like the way it was presented. Here's another good one. Okay. This shows all of the regions, the total number of home sales. Now, the South has the most home sales because more people move there. The Northeast has the least because less people are moving there. And then the Midwest and West are about the same. So you can see the averages of each, the West, Midwest, South, and Northeast. Now the West has sort of and the Northeast have taken the biggest beating, 38% below, which is why when you look at the markets that have had the biggest price pullbacks, they've been markets in the West for the most part. And then when you look at the South and Midwest, they haven't had them, even though they're below average, they're still not terrible.
Right. And, this is using the whole region. We understand that New England has actually had a really good time, and that they've had some really good price increases. So just kind of take this in the context that it's meant.
Yeah, it depends where you are, because remember,
Right.
during the pandemic and COVID and all that nonsense, a lot of people moved around, and the dynamic changed in cities and in communities. So it's starting to change again. Is things change?
That's right.
Right. Okay. Now the next one we're going to talk about here is this very cool chart. Okay, this shows that even though sales have declined compared to the last 2 years in August, they're actually starting to increase, because sales have increased over the last 6 months. So we have more sales now than we did 6 months ago. 6 months ago, we have 12% more sales. Juana, if I had told you that we would have more sales in August than we had in March, what would you tell me?
Well, I would have told you that you probably are reading your graph wrong.
I know. So go ahead.
But no, that's not the case, right? Because, look, people are starting to kind of get over the whole interest rate thing, just all these things that they're just starting to get over this. So I think you're going to see more of that, not less of it. I think you're going to see people do transactions because they can no longer stay in place. People are not meant to be stagnant. People are meant to keep moving forward.
The other interesting thing is first of all, it does say February. February is a painfully slow month for sales. It is not one of the top months. So February to March is probably not I think what would be more interesting is to see May to November.
Okay, well, give it some time and we'll get there.
Because I think May to November there will be more sales, when in most months they're not.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the next thing I want to show. This is only Nevada, people, before you get all super upset, okay? This is only the state of Nevada, but I want to throw out that Nevada, in a lot of ways, is similar to the rest of the country, and this is how. The median income in Nevada is about the same as the rest of the U.S., almost exactly.
Okay.
The median wage increases in Nevada over the last 5 years is exactly the same as the rest of the country, and the median home price appreciation in Nevada the last 5 years is exactly the same as the rest of the country.
Okay.
So, with that being said, in 2010 in Nevada, 70% of all homes had some level of negative equity.
Okay.
So it means only 30% of homes had equity, positive. So you paid $300 for the house, your loan was $250, you have positive equity. Okay? If you paid $300 for the house and the home is worth $200 now, but it's 100% loan. You owe $300, you have negative equity, right? Okay.
Right.
70%, and then you can see this thing drop. Today, end of 2022, which is where these numbers end, 1.1% of homes. So if you were to drive down the street and go find 99 homes, just go drive neighborhoods. I want to pick that home, pick that home, pick that home. Only one of them would be upside down. Isn't that incredible?
That's a good thing. That means that people have equity. It means that they have a stable investment in their real estate. Those are good things.
Okay. How do you think this plays into the number of people who are not putting their houses on the market, and why that's the case? And when this is going to happen? Because what we're trying to figure out is when sales are going to start happening again. I think it's going to be next year. I think we're at the bottom for total number of sales.
Right. I think we're going to, like I said before, I think by springtime people will just have had it. And whatever, double bunking that they've had to do in order to make do with their present home, they're just going to be at their limit. They're going to be maxed, and they're going to say, you know what, that's it, we're moving. And for some people, that means that they're going to put their home up for sale. For some people, it means that they're just going to rent that house and buy something else. But I think you're going to see more transactions in the spring, not just because it's the spring, but I think because people by that point will have been in this funk for 18 months, and that's long enough.
Here's another chart we're going to put up. We use this in another video. This is the inflation since 2010. As you can see, inflation was chilling out about 2%. and then it took off, right? But you can see here it looks like it's heading back down. This is almost exclusively the result of Fed raising interest rates, making borrowing harder to do. It's cutting off spending, borrowing, choking off. You could call it choking off the economy, but it's basically trying to get. You can see this starting to head down. There's that little spike, the light blue spike, which is the CPI, but it includes food and energy. But gas prices gas just went from 70 to 90 a barrel in like a month. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the spike. But you could see this where this thing is heading. That definitely looks like a bell curve. Some of the Fed governors have said they're going to have a soft landing in the first quarter, and we'll just kind of chill out, and then they'll start doing some rate reductions to get the economy. Like they'll just nail it. We don't know if that's going to happen, right?
I think that's a very lofty goal, and I wish them well because that would bode well for the rest of us.
But it does look like if inflation does just have the spike that goes back down, and we get back to 2% inflation, rates can come back down. Mortgage rates can come back down. People can put their house on the market and sell it. We have more transactions. So I predict by next spring, as early as late spring, we have more transactions than we did in 2023. And I think it's not just in Nevada. I think it's going to be everywhere because remember, these mortgage rates affect everyone in the U.S. They're not just for Nevada or Vegas or anything like that, right?
Right. So my position is that, yes, I agree with you. We will have more transactions, but I think it's more from a psychological and behavioral standpoint than from a financial one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts? How were the charts? Did you like them? Tell us where you're watching from, what's going on, what you think about all this. You don't have to agree with us. Please feel free to leave us comments. Remember to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.